Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show Live, number 2. This is our second show of the day. We were just on the air maybe, 45 minutes ago with an epic interview with Keith Harkin, singer, songwriter, extraordinaire, musician, formerly with Celtic Thunder, carved out his amazing career. If you missed that episode of our Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series, a lot of people are watching it right now. You can go back in our archives at Jim Masters TV on YouTube and watch that. Watch Emmett O'Hanlon, who was last night, and wonderful Lady Bain, the R&B sensation Lady Bain, who was with us from Michigan yesterday. We did a holiday episode in the afternoon. And we're doing 2 shows yesterday, 2 shows today, 2 shows tomorrow. And then Sunday night, I'm going to sleep like a baby. But then we're back at it on Monday, balancing all of this with my professional work, as well as supposedly Christmas shopping and things of that nature. If you're just joining us, I'm your host, Jim Masters. We welcome you. This is an Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series that we started about 37 weeks ago, 200 episodes ago. It's about light, love, and levity, or as we call it, loveity, positive, good vibes with guests that come in from television and film and music, Broadway, Hollywood. We also have international guests from around the world, health, wellness, science, food, comedy, authors, inspirational people, sports. This show has something for everybody, and every show and every episode and every day is something different. And that's why it's like a traditional old school Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series where there's something for everybody, but we mix in the modern cool vibe of today and some of the modern sensibilities of today. We've got a glorious guest who is another dear friend of mine, the extraordinary jazz vocalist, the award-winning jazz vocalist, live and direct from Chicago, Tammy McCann. Yes, we first met a number of years ago, actually, at Jazz and Lincoln Center, of all wonderful places, in Manhattan, in New York City. We were attending a mutual friend of ours who's going to be a guest in January, live from Greece, Mario Frangoulis. Mario, I had interviewed on public television years ago with his special, so he invited me to go see his special in New York. Tammy was there. We all got together. George Paris was there, and a bunch of friends in the television and entertainment, broadcast entertainment fields. We grabbed a bite to eat. It was just a fantastic night after the concert. We all stayed connected and friends ever since. So I asked Tammy a while back, hey, would you like to pop on the new Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show series I'm doing, which is an extension of my professional work as a television and radio personality, presenter, host, journalist, actor, writer, producer, voiceover artist, stage MC. And when I've been doing that work for many years, and she said, absolutely, we need to catch up. I miss you and I miss her. And so she's here tonight, and we've got some great music. We've got inspiring conversation, and it's the holiday time. So you never know what's going to happen, maybe even a holiday song or 2. So good to have you with us. Have you missed me? We were just on the air. We just wrapped up at 6 o'clock, and here it is just after 7. And another show just for you. We hope you guys are enjoying all this hard work and entertainment that we're doing for all of you. Mary Bishop says, and again, hello, Jim and Lovities. Welcome, Tammy. Now, I already filled in Tammy about Loveity, and this is called Loveity Hall. You guys call me Mr. Loveity. You're all the Lovities. So that is fantastic. And we welcome everybody to our fabulous presentation here of the Jim Masters Show Live. Kathy Short in Cleveland. Hello again. It's been a great day of entertainment, Jim. I hope you get some dinner. We did. Very quickly, I had about 10 minutes worth of dinner. I'm going to finish it after the show. But I did. The Irish in me did make sure I got the mashed potatoes. That was the first thing that I got. Mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. Oh, this is awesome. You're babysitting 2 of your 9 grandchildren tonight. They're watching Mickey's Christmas, and Marmar is watching the Jim Masters Show. You have great taste. And then after they watch Mickey's Christmas, they can watch this in our archives. Hi, Lovities. Long time no see. I know we were just on this afternoon with our 3 p.m. show. Willie is here once again. Willie, hello, Lovities. Nice to see you as well in the Netherlands. Hello again, Jim and everyone. This has been a very busy day, the whole weekend, and Wozniak. Good to see everybody watching on our YouTube channel. Nice to have you here. We hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We would love that. We hit a milestone this morning with our YouTube channel, an absolutely incredible milestone. We're so blessed with that channel. Hello, Jim and Lovities, and jazz singer Tammy McCann. She is amazing. Good to see you. Christopher in Ohio. Jennifer Barry, I'm having roasted salted pistachio nuts now while watching our show. That means you, Jennifer Barry, in Allentown, Pennsylvania, you must be very zen. Linda Odell, good evening, Mr. Levity. Good evening, Levities. Good to see you as well from St. Augustine, Florida. You guys are the troopers. You are the real loyal Levities. See, there's Levities, and then there's the loyal. You're like our street team. We got to do a Jim Masters street team here. You guys are the loyalist of Levities. Kathleen Walker, hi, Jim. Welcome back. Hi, everyone. Good to see you in New York City. Sherry says, welcome to Levity Hall, Tammy. So happy you're here this evening. And yes, we're still on Facebook as well. This is on YouTube exclusively, but we did post the promo for this on our Facebook page at Jim Masters TV. So if you go to Jim Masters TV on Facebook, you'll see us there, and on Instagram and Twitter at Jim Masters TV. Elise Jazz, so great to be here for this wonderful program. Thank you very much, Elise. Welcome to the show. Hope you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, where you'll find Levity every day with our show. Good evening, Tammy. You're a Levity now. I told her about that. She's all prepared to be a Levity. She said, bring it on. She watches our shows. She binge watches. She's happy to be here. We're happy to have her. This is YouTube. Yes, still got the Facebook. See, Sherry knows. You need to know what I'm up to. Just check with Sherry. She's got it all in check. And you thoroughly enjoyed the show with Keith Harkins, so love his voice and color. Absolutely. So good to see all of your happy faces, and more people will be joining us as we go along. And let me tell you, my dear friend Tammy McCann is extraordinary. She is not only a multi-talented singer and performer and entertainer, but she is also a beautifully spirited person, loving person inside and out. And when we first met, we automatically knew right off the bat we were going to be the best of friends. And you see that smile? Look at her eyes. Tells you she's all heart, she's all soul. She loves people. She's a very family-oriented person, and she loves to give back. And she does that so extraordinarily. And you're going to get a taste of that tonight with her incredible voice. She is absolutely one of the best. She's internationally recognized as a jazz vocalist, currently artist in residence for the Music Institute of Chicago. Her powerful, sultry, and emotionally charged voice paints pictures and tells stories by merging classical vocal technique and gospel aesthetic with jazz to create a sound that is completely her own. Chicago Tribune's art critic, Howard Reich, said, Tammy McCann has a voice that soars in all registers, at all tempos, on all occasions, a voice that inspires wonder. And, of course, Elise, president of Strayhorn Songs Publishing Incorporated, a mentor to Tammy, says Tammy's a star, which she sure is, with a one-of-a-kind voice. She's also a storyteller who draws emotion from and makes connections with her audiences worldwide. Her warm delivery allows her audience to go on the musical journey with her, and her engaging personality imprints the memory of her performance on their hearts. Inside Jazz Magazine, music critic Nora McCarthy says she came bearing natural gifts and with raw talent in hand, and she stepped up to the mic and into the hearts of everyone in the room. As an educator, Tammy believes singing is also part of every human community, bringing us together and helping us to interact with one another. There's a wonderful jazz vocal instruction, which requires an approach that combines the classroom and the bandstand in a seamless way. And Tammy is certainly a master at that. She has performed with such luminaries as Ramsey Lewis and NEA Jazz Master Von Freeman, John Clayton, Branford Marsalis, Joe Locke, Charles McPherson, Dee Dee Bridgewater, Carmen Bradford, and she's toured with the great Ray Charles. She's thrilled festivals and audiences from Bangkok, Thailand to Harrods, Atticus, and Greece, as well as the nation's premier concert and jazz venues, Carnegie Hall, Jazz at Lincoln Center, Birdland, the Blue Note, Dizzy's Club, Coca-Cola, and Chicago's own jazz showcase as well. She's absolutely extraordinary. That's just the short list, folks. I want to welcome her live and direct from the Windy City, my dear friend, and soon to be yours, the one and only Tammy McCann. Tammy, welcome, my friend.
How are you? How are you, darling? Thank you so much.
Oh, it is my pleasure, and welcome to the Jim Master Show live and all this levity. And look, get ready. Here comes that levity wave. Welcome, Tammy. Looking forward to spending this evening with you. That's from Anne. Kathleen in New York City says, hi, Tammy, and welcome.
Hi, you guys.
I love
Thank
that.
you so much. I love your levities. That is fantastic.
We got a nice, wonderful, loving audience here. Welcome, Tammy, to the land of levities. You are now a levity. That's from Merlin, who's watching in Ontario, Canada. She's one of our regular levities. She's here all the time. Mary Bishop says, hello, Jim and levities. Welcome, Tammy, as well. And Sherry says, hello, long time no see, and welcoming everybody as well. Willie, who is in Holland, says welcome. This is nice. And Christopher Joseph says, hello, Jimbo and all levities, and jazz singer Tammy McCann. The levity is just rolling your direction, my friend. And
I will take it. I will receive it. I appreciate that.
And Elise Jazz is here. Great mentor. So
hi,
great
Elise.
to be here. Yeah, great. And Linda in Florida says, good evening, Tammy. You are now a levity on the Jim Master Show live. You know, there's Tonys, there's Oscars, there's Peabodys, there's Tellys, there's Emmys. But when you are a levity on the Jim Master Show live, you've really reached the pinnacle of your career, Tammy McCann. And I bet your fingers and toes are tingling right about now, right?
I feel that. I feel it deep inside.
Jennifer Barry, who's very zen in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Happy holidays, Tammy. Christopher says, welcome, Tammy McCann. Have you ever worked with pianist Johnny O'Neill or Sam Parker from Chicago?
I'm sorry. No, I haven't.
Not yet, right?
Not yet.
It's always a day. Great to see you, dear Tammy, from Elise Jazz. And thank you very much. So glad that she's here. Love your hat. Love that shirt you have on, Mr. Levity. Handsome as always. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Kathy Short in Cleveland. Welcome, Tammy, to the land of levities. Linda Odell, Tammy, feel the levity love. Marilyn says, hi, Jim, and all our levities and everyone. Tammy, you are a levity. It's so wonderful to have you here. How have you been, and how have you been doing since we saw each other last at Jazz at Lincoln Center? You've been busy. You've had a lot of wonderful things happen. And of course, this year is something a little bit different. It's a little strange. It's a little unprecedented, but you know, we get through it all. We get through it all together in an empathetic, loving way. How have you been, my friend?
You know, Jim, I've been really blessed. I think that, of course, the virus has taken a lot away, especially from the creative artists. However, I feel it's given me so much more than it's taken away from me. I have 5 kids, and I have 2 left at home. And usually as musicians, we're traveling, we're working, we're, you know, just passing in and out oftentimes. So we don't often have the time to really pause for long periods of time. And so this for me has really been a blessing for me to spend this time with my children. My oldest daughter, my daughter Sophia, she's a senior this year, so there was no prom, there was no graduation,
right?
And so I'm glad that I was home to be there for her and support her. My youngest, Adam, who's 15, he's a junior this year, so he had plans to be on different teams and debate team and robotics and all of these plans that kind of went away for all of us. And so being there for them as a support system for them really helped, I think, distract me in some ways for my losses. But luckily, we were really able to come and replenish each other. This time has given me the opportunity to grow as an artist. I learned so much about myself. You know, how they have the different stages of grief. Yes. I feel like there have been different stages of Corona You
Yes,
know,
there have.
originally, I think that we were all like, oh, this will be over in a couple of weeks. And, then after 4 weeks, it was like, okay, wait a minute. What do you mean schools are going to close? And then this gig gets canceled and that gets canceled. And so by about I'd say the end of the second month, beginning of the third month, you start to really understand how much your life is going to change.
Yes.
And it's really given me the opportunity to really delve deep into myself, as a wife, as a mother, as a musician,
Hmm.
finding opportunities and finding interests that I didn't even know were there, because we're just moving so fast. So I feel like I've grown a lot as a musician, and I'm really looking forward to um, I'm looking forward to the future.
You and I were having a great conversation before we went live on the air, and we were talking about how this year is one that has given us reason to pause, forcibly pause, but also pause our own lives and sort of pivot, reevaluate, and see some of the things that we've done in our lives, some of the things that we still want to do in our lives. And through all of the, unfortunate and horrificness of the year, at the same time, it's been like a coming together of God, nature, and planet Earth saying, I don't like the way things were going before. We're going to pause everything and
Yeah.
throw some things at you guys and see what you can do with it. And hopefully you'll come back, more loving, empathetic, less divisive, more collaborative, listening to one another, caring for one another.
Mm.
And, this is really, God willing, this will never happen again in our lifetimes. I mean, we're talking about things that happened 100 years ago again. But it can be a pivotal and crucial and positive moment if we seize it correctly, if we rise from the ashes correctly, and if we appreciate it correctly in a way where it can be a very beautiful thing to pivot, pause, breathe, stop to smell the coffee, and come together, because we were going in different directions. Everybody was, we were doing social distancing, looking in our cell phones anyway. Everybody's stuck on social media. People were, we were going in the wrong direction, and not following things of substance, and people saying, "Where's the friendly people?" Nobody says thank you, welcome, please. No, road rage, all the stuff that's going on, and now, boom, you can't even leave your house. So it can be a beautiful, beautiful time if we really want it to be. We can go back to what we were doing before and the way we were before through all this, but we also have another choice where we were actually given a choice here that could be really quite beautiful, wouldn't you say, my friend?
Absolutely. I was speaking to a friend of mine today, and he said, we're living in the time of re.
Yes, I heard
And
that.
I said, what do you mean? He said, reimagine, reassess, reconnect, and all of these opportunities that we've been given. And that is what they are. It's not, it's definitely not easy. And I definitely don't want to make light of the struggles that we are facing. But it is an opportunity to do things differently and look at things differently. As usually I would be, my focus would be what I'm doing, in front of the microphone. This 10 months has given me the opportunity to focus on the work that I do behind the scenes. I am, as you mentioned, I'm artist in residence for the Music Institute of Chicago.
And congratulations on all these extraordinary things that have come your way. Well earned.
Thank you. And I've had the opportunity to bring two really amazing institutions into my life. Number one is being executive director for a jazz camp in a small town called Brownville, Nebraska. And this camp originated through an opportunity that I had to go there and perform. And through that, I got the chance to speak with the board there, and the vision that they had for creating a camp that would continue their legacy of serving music and be in a community where the arts can thrive. And through that, I wanted to bring together urban and rural jazz lovers, students, teachers, and artists. I wanted to bring them together under the umbrella of the music, so we could really reassess and connect with each other. It seemed to me like the powers that be were really trying to convince us that we forgot how to love each other, that we forgot how to be human and connect with each other. And I wanted to create a space where, a kid from Chicago could come to the farmland of Nebraska and connect with a kid from a farm. And, then they could have a real notion of creating music together. So when they go back to their communities and somebody says, oh, well, farmers are like this, or city kids are like this, they both have a rebuttal to that type of talk and that type of divisiveness, right? And the second opportunity that I was given was to be curator at large for DuSable Museum of African American History for American music. And being able to support and tell the story of American music is such an awesome opportunity. And I've had the chance to create short-term, long-term, and permanent exhibits celebrating the music of the Black diaspora, which is, all of it. Jazz, blues, gospel, rock and roll, you name it, and so being able to celebrate the music that my ancestors created, and creating a footprint for music in Chicago, which is the birthplace of so much of, the birthplace of blues and gospel. And, it's a really exciting time for me. And kind of by accident, I discovered a writing ability that I didn't know I had. So that's really super exciting as well.
And is it songwriting that you're doing?
Yeah, songwriting.
Wow.
Songwriting, and I'm writing a musical.
You're writing a musical, my friend. Wow. Fantastic. You're on fire, McCann. And I knew that ever since we met, which of course was in New York City, like you were mentioning, at Jazz at Lincoln Center. And that was a spectacular time and a spectacular night. And we had so much fun. And there we are in the big city.
Oh my God. I cannot believe. Where did you find that?
Oh, it's in my scrapbook. It's in the Jim Masters scrapbook. Yes, there we are.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That was such a great night. We were matching because I had on that blue suit. Oh, that's crazy. Jim, that's beautiful. Wow.
There's the blue suit.
Wow.
Yes. See?
Oh, wow.
I gotta tell you, we look really good there.
We did.
This was in New York, and I think we met Marilyn May there too. There were several people.
We sure did. Oh gosh, what an amazing night that was. I cannot believe you found that picture.
Yeah, all of these, that one and this one here as well. And there were a couple of nights where we actually had gotten together because this night we were seeing our friend Mario Frangulis.
Right. Wow.
And there they are, Mario and George and me and you.
You have to send me these pictures.
in
Oh my
Manhattan. Yeah,
gosh.
right there.
What
Jazz
a
Lincoln
great
Center.
night.
Wasn't it awesome? This is the night you and I actually met, and that's
That's
a
right.
number of years ago now, and we've stayed in
That's
touch,
right.
which, is the way it should be, right? I mean, when
That's
you
absolutely the way it should be. It's so wild because Mario, that night, I was introduced to Mario by my dear friend Katie Meister, who she and Mario have been friends forever. And she said, "You got to meet my friend Mario. Mario, you've got to meet my friend Tammy." And so that night began a friendship that's lasted all of these years, and the plan to collaborate, with each other musically. And so this past summer, I was with Mario doing a tribute to the American Songbook at Herod's Atticus in Athens. It was absolutely magical. I will never forget it.
Oh, is that you were there in Greece and Athens
Yes.
performing? I mean, Mario is going to come on in January, and I think right after that, George as well. And here's another. You're going to love these. I know.
Oh my gosh.
I dug these out of my scrapbook. I have a huge scrapbook of years worth of photos from my career and family and everything. This particular, so this was that night. That's what this was, Jazz in Lincoln Center, and we were seeing Mario and friends. But then there was another fabulous night in the city where we all got together in New York.
I feel like this is your life. I'm nervous. I don't know what you're gonna pop.
This was, I believe, this was at the Cutting Room, and it was your CD release.
Oh my gosh, that's right! Wow, that's right. That was the CD release party for my record with the amazing Lawrence Hobgood. Yeah, that was a Love Stories. Yeah, wow.
Yep, there
that was
we
quite
are.
a night.
Whole group of us, and that was at the Cutting Room, right, in
right.
New York, which was a great night, and there was the whole gang there, everybody having a good time and holding up the CDs. And
wow, and there's Katie. That's Katie, who I was just talking about, Katie Meister.
Yep.
Wow,
there
I was not expecting this.
No, only the best. This is a high class production here. Me and Katie and you and Mario and George Paris and Mario Frangulis, both other great performers. And then we had a lot of fun afterwards too.
Oh my gosh.
There's Sal there too. That's what you call friendship, my friend, right?
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I'm in the back there on the right. You're there, Mario, everybody there. So
we had so much fun.
Some really good times that we've had an opportunity to enjoy together. And then this shot here too, which I really love, this great shot. And
wow, Jim,
I tell you,
are so beautiful.
That's friendship for you right there, my friend.
That is friendship. I cannot believe this. This is great.
And remember, you and I hit it off just immediately. We kept laughing. Everything, we were just laughing and laughing and laughing. And I remember
peas and carrots. Just like peas and carrots.
Like peas and carrots. It was, or like salt and pepper. It was cold that night too. I remember outside, it was windy and cold, and and that's when I said that jacket you had was so perfect because you were bundled up and warm, and you're familiar with that, being in the Windy City, Chicago, so to dress warm when you go. But these, again, I dug these up purposely to show you, but also to show our audience. Some people say, oh, yeah, you met each other. Yeah. But we actually have stayed connected, and I've followed you and all your wonderful work. And you were telling me earlier before we went live on the air, you've been following me and my work too, which I really appreciate, my friend.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. And I think that one of the things that I say is how important it is and how wonderful it is for someone to dream a bigger dream for you than you could possibly dream for yourself. That type of support and that type of mentorship and friendship is really rare, And so for all that the Book of the Face gives me stress. That's one thing that it does allow us to do, which is to just kind of peek in on the lives of our friends and stay connected in a way that we couldn't possibly have imagined before. You know, it does have its value. I was telling a girlfriend of mine is that Facebook gives you the ability to sometimes just airbrush your life, you know.
A lot of people
But
do that. Yeah.
you get to share all of the things that are going on in your life, and so we get to stay connected through this pictorial, you know. And over the years, you know, you and I have stayed connected via messenger and just letting each other know that we're thinking of each other and supporting each other, and so that's really valuable, especially now.
Absolutely. That's why when I asked if you'd like to hop on the show, you were like, absolutely. Let's pick a date. Let's make it happen. And you were so gracious about that. And it's so beautiful, so beautiful. So yeah, trip down memory lane there. We'll make more of those memories, you know, once we can all get together again. And so let's go back in time a little bit. The little girl, Tammy, were you always somebody who was performing at an early age? Were you the entertainer in the family? Where did all of the joy and blessing and all this inspiration come from early on for you, Tammy?
I think it really came through from my mom. My mother is, first of all, just amazing. She's a Renaissance woman. She is Dr. Alice McCann. Hi, mommy. She's everything. First of all, she's a Southern Belle. So we're very, not just Southern Belle, but like white glove Southern Belle. So my mother, she knows how to cook and to bake and to hunt and to fish and to sew and to, I mean, my mother can just do anything. And she has this vivacious personality, and she always wanted to sing. And so once she saw that I kind of, you know, liked singing and could hold a tune, immediately she was like, come on, what? My baby's going to sing a song. And she was a bank teller. And so when I would come to the bank, she would put me up make me stand on top of like the you know, the teller line and like, you know, sing a song. So I think very early, I never got a chance to be shy, you know, because she very much made me feel comfortable in my own skin and really feel good about connecting with people and being personable and in front of an audience, you know, even the audience was my family at the time. Growing up, I really had no idea that my life would go in the area of music or entertainment. You know, like most kids, I took music lessons and things like that, but it wasn't something that really was my goal until I got to high school. And my teacher, Dr. Lena McLean here in Chicago, took a special interest in me, and really pushed me to focus on the possibility of being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And but it was all classical music. And I had no interest in this. But she was what was the word very stern and strict, and you know, so I'm old fashioned, so she said, you're going to sing this, and I'd say, yes ma'am. And that's what I did. And so after not really I wouldn't say not really trying, but not being as dedicated as I could be, I was very successful with my classical training and competitions. And so then I really dove into it, and did my first opera when I was 15, Cavalleria Rusticana by Mascagni. And it was just like an entire world just opened up for me. And from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m, that was all I did, laser focused, until I got a scholarship for classical voice to Virginia Union University in Richmond, Virginia. Go VUU. And It was at Virginia Union where I was really captured by jazz after never I was never a jazz, never knew anything about jazz. I didn't know who Duke Ellington was. I didn't know who Ella Fitzgerald was. My parents never played that music in the house. My connection to music was Barbra Streisand and Neil Sedaka, and while my friends were listening to, say, Sugar Hill Gang, I was listening to Copacabana. So I was really surprised by this music that captured me. A friend of mine was playing piano in a practice room. I was like, wow, what is that playing?
Yeah.
And it was Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk. And I said, who is Thelonious Monk? And he looked at me like I was crazy. And I came back home searching for that music. And luckily for me, the holder of that music was the amazing Von Freeman and George Freeman in Chicago.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, what a story and a trail and a journey. What happened from there? Take us. What would you consider some of those bigger steps and opportunities, or maybe the opening of doors that really fostered this new appreciation, understanding of jazz, and then the pursuit of jazz as well for you?
For me, the transition from classical to jazz was, I mean, I didn't have any point of reference. I was it was such a struggle. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be here. Never. I still pinch myself, and I think I'm so grateful for the opportunity to live in this music and to exist in this genre of music, because my first time going into the club, and I sat with and I asked Mr. Freeman if I could sit in. I had come several times and I'd finally gotten up the courage. I had learned what I considered to be a jazz song. It was Summertime. I knew it because of Porgy and Bess, and that was my connection to it. And I was like, oh, this is a jazz song too. Oh, that's great. And so I said, can I sing? And he said, sure. So go up and I do my key, and I'm like, my funny Valentine, sweet comic. And so so everybody's just kind of looking at me, and a gentleman in the back said, that ain't jazz. What is she doing? And he's talking very loudly, talking to everybody like, what is she doing? And I'm singing. And so I'm like, well, I don't understand what the problem is. It's the right melody. I mean, the words are correct. And Mr. Freeman was like, okay, Tammy, that was really good. But
you didn't have any scatting in there.
Completely change your approach. And I didn't know what he was talking about. He said, listen to this saxophone, listen to the bass. And then he played the song after I sang it. And I realized how completely different the sound, the approach, just the physiology was. And at that moment, I was like, wow, am I ever going to be able to do this? And he took me by the hand. And over the course of 3 years, he allowed me to work with him and study with him and ask him these questions. And his band then became my band. And it really was, it's an experience that I can never, ever forget or ever almost, I find myself wanting to repay constantly, paying it forward. Mentorship is the greatest gift that you can give, whether you're a musician or a journalist like yourself. That gift of mentorship, that gift of guidance, of shaping a young would-be artist, young would-be reporter is of such value. And I've been really blessed that God has gifted me into the hands of one mentor to the next, to the next. After Mr. Freeman, I was blessed to work with Ramsey Lewis here in Chicago. And he was the first person that mentioned to me about a connection with my presentation and Dinah Washington. And that really clicked with me because even though I was singing jazz, I still had this classical voice that was like this big. So, I was like, I don't know, the Ethel Merman of jazz, I was like, it was just such a big voice. And so he gave me somebody that I could study, who had a similar voice to mine, but she could be as pedal soft and quiet or as big as all outdoors, right? And so being with him really helped me understand the ancestral connection to what I was doing. Because one of the things I realized is that, I was very much a student of my classical music. But when I shifted to jazz, I didn't understand that also required scholarship. And so that's when I started really studying the genre and the musicians, the composers, and I gained such a deeper knowledge and value of the music. From Mr. Lewis came the opportunity to work as a Raylette with Ray Charles. And that was something that, every time I think, oh, well, this just transcends everything, and
something else tops it.
Yeah. And that's a gift that the gift of that opportunity to work with him. He was such a perfectionist and a craftsman. And he demanded that of his the musicians and the vocalists in his ensemble. And I learned so much from him. And then came John Clayton and Elise Clairbout, who came into my life and taught me this amazing music of Billy Strayhorn and Duke Ellington, and gave me the big band bug. And so each mentor has given me an opportunity to grow as a musician. And I'm really blessed that I can now also pay that forward as I continue to learn, because we're always learning.
And I know every day isn't always a lovely day, but there are days where you say, isn't it a lovely day? And guess what, folks? You've been asking if she's going to sing. Well, we have something very special that we're going to show you right now, and it is Tammy doing her thing, and you get to really hear. We got a couple of cool things to show you here and a few surprises, so don't go anywhere. Here she is performing Isn't It a Lovely Day? You want to preface it where you were and what the event was, Tammy?
Wow, this was so exciting. This was my first gig at Birdland. Hey, Gianni.
New York City, yeah.
Birdland is just this magical place in the hearts and minds of every jazz student, wannabe jazz performer, and the opportunity to perform there was just huge. And over the years, I've had the chance to perform there several times since this. But this was a really great night with a fantastic band. And this was a tribute to the legendary ladies of jazz, Ella, Sarah, Dinah, and Billie Holiday. And I think this was Ella Fitzgerald. So,
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we're going to listen to that right now. Everybody enjoy it. Some musical entertainment on a Saturday night with award-winning jazz vocalist Tammy McCann, live from Chicago on the Jim Master Show Live, and our dear friend. Isn't it a lovely day? It always is when all the lovities are here. So here's your song, lovities, by the incomparable Tammy McCann. We'll be back after this. Enjoy.
Turn in the weather will keep us together, so I can honestly say that as far as I'm concerned, it's a lovely day, and everything's okay. Now isn't this a lovely day to be caught in the rain? You were going on your way, now you've got to remain. Just as you were going, leaving me on that sea, the clouds broke, they broke and over the break for me. Now I can see the sun up high, though we caught in the storm. I can see where you and I could be cold and warm. Let the rain get to better, but it really doesn't matter if the skies are gray. Long as I can be with you, it's a lovely day.
Wow, that brings back a lot of memories.
Oh,
That was John Weber on piano, Kenny Davis on bass, and Mr. Steve Williams on drums. Gosh. Wow.
Kudos to you. What a beautiful sound. A couple of people were commenting they were hearing elements of Ella Fitzgerald, a little Billie Holiday coming through. Oh my God. That's how does it make you feel when you hear comments like that? It's like
It's a blessing. I mean, when you really know from whence I came, to
yes.
have someone speak my name in the same sentence as these amazing uh, artists is it's just overwhelming, and it's a blessing. So thank you so much.
Jill Jason says, amazing voice. Linda Odell in Florida. Wow, I'm in awe. Dante
Oh,
CD in San Diego, California. Loveities, let's give her a big hand. Linda Odell. Tammy sounds a little like Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday. Wow, you are amazing, Tammy. Carolyn McClare, what a lovely voice. Kathy Short, hearts and claps from Cleveland. Merlin loving it as well from Canada. And Dante, oh my God, what a golden voice. Christopher in Ohio, very nice. Kathleen in New York City, lovely. Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania, very nice. Merlin in Ontario, Canada, bravo, Tammy. Christopher, Tammy would like to hear you sing When Lights Are Low.
Okay,
Okay, we'll put that on the list.
I'll put that on the list.
We do have another one. Now tell us about this one here.
Wow.
Mm,
This is
this is something special.
right after my time with Vaughn and George Freeman and Mr. Lewis, Ramsey Lewis. I had the opportunity to go and be a backup singer to a guy by the name of Bruce Thompson. I was a backup singer for a gospel group. And so we toured all over the world, Italy, Switzerland, Germany, and it was marvelous. And so this first time that I went over, the booking agency took a shine to me and asked me to stay. We were leaving on like the 28th of something of December to make it back for New Year's Eve. They asked me to stay to open up for the Soul Stirrers. And I was like, I don't know. You know, it's my first time in Europe. I didn't really know them that well. So I was like, oh, thank you. That's okay. Thank you. I came home. So they called me while I was at home. And they said, we want to offer you your own gospel tour. And I was like, wow. You know, at the time, you know, I wasn't a gospel singer. You know, it was my aunties, you know, that were gospel singers. You know, I didn't see myself as somebody that could really carry something like that off. But they were adamant that they wanted to invest in me. And I said, well, I tell you what, I'm really a jazz singer. Total hack. But I was like, hey, I'm really a jazz singer. Well, I tell you what, if you give me a jazz tour, I'll do a gospel tour for you. And I figured that would be the end of it. And they came back and said, okay. So for like 5 years, I did Tammy McCann and the Voices of Glory, which was a tribute to Ella Fitzgerald. And in the summer, I did Tammy McCann and Wonder Brass, which was a tribute to the wonderful gypsy music of Django Reinhardt. And I did that for 5 years. And so this particular recording is from 2017. Now I've been doing this tour for many, many years. I've only sang gospel in Europe. And so this time I got the opportunity to take my jazz trio with me, and it completely transformed the music. And this is I Want Jesus to Walk With Me, with Mimi Jones on bass, Cliff Wallace on drums, and another Ken Davis on piano.
All right, let's listen to that. You're going to love this, folks. You're going to love this. Saturday night on the Jim Master Show live with the incomparable jazz vocalist, Tammy McCann. This is a very moving and beautiful performance. We previewed this earlier today in our busy day here, and I think you're going to fall in love with it. You already fell in love with her voice with the piece we just shared. Wait to hear I Want Jesus to Walk With Me with the one and only Tammy McCann.
I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. All along the pilgrim journey, I want Jesus to walk with me. When I'm burdened, Lord, walk with me. When I'm burdened, Lord, walk with me. When I feel I can go no further, Lord, walk with me. With my mother, Mama, walk with me. You walk with my mother, walk with me. When her head is bowed in sorrow, Lord, I want Jesus walk with me, walk with me. Jones, Cliff Wallace. I want Jesus to walk with me. I want Jesus to walk with me. All alone, be from day. Love, I want Jesus.
Very nice, very nice. That sort of cuts off at the end there, I noticed on that feed, that channel there. But but really nice. I mean, and the comments we have coming in have been absolutely amazing. Yeah, that sort of ends like right there on that clip there, but they got a chance to hear a good deal. Most,
You know, one of the things about that experience, that sound is really a gift to me from amazing jazz bassist Mimi Jones out of New York City. She really felt that we could, really kind of evolve and grow the sound in a different way, really stretch the connections, and I'm just so grateful to her because of that. That was the infancy of what has now become Yes Mahalia, which is an 18-piece big band presentation of Mahalia Jackson's music, her signature songs, as well as some original songs that that I wrote and that I felt really is a testament to her devotion and her contribution to the community at large, and her personality and her gift of her voice to humanity. So that's something I'm really excited about. I had the opportunity to perform it in a tour in Israel with the wonderful arranger and big band conductor E.L. Vilner. So that Mahalia Jazz project is still, it's morphing and it's evolving into something really special.
very, very cool. Beautiful sound. I mean, you knocked it out of the park, and the musicians that you were surrounded with are top shelf, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely top shelf. I'm blessed.
Oh, yeah. And the blessings continue because we have another fantastic clip here. Tell us about this one here, Unless It's You.
Oh, well, this is, I think because of Vaughn and George Freeman, I feel consistently connected to the tenor saxophone and to the guitar. And I always envision it when I envision my craft. I see that partnership often, and I was really blessed to be introduced to this amazing. I think the word amazing is overused. Stupendous, astonishing guitarist, Mr. Fareed Haq. And Fareed is a Chicagoan and educator and master guitarist. And I curated a jazz series for DuSable Museum called the Cabin Fever Jazz Series. And I presented him and got a chance to really hear him for the first time. And so we met and connected. And so he was always kind of in my, on my mind as far as doing something with. And I got a phone call from Mr. John Clayton, another wonderful mentor of mine, that the LA Jazz Society was doing a tribute to Mr. Johnny Mandel. and he was asking me to participate. And of course, I was so thrilled. And we were talking about what type of accompaniment. And I said, I think that a partnership between myself and Fareed Haq would be absolutely wonderful. And so Mr. Clayton said, well, I'd like for you to do this song. And it's a obscure tune of Mr. Mandel's, but one of his favorites. And it's called Unless It's You. And the entire presentation, the way that when you see the video, you'll see that we're standing outside. Well, we were supposed to record in the city of Chicago at a particular location. But unfortunately, there was an emergency at Fareed's home, which happened to be in Wisconsin.
Okay.
So he has this beautiful farmhouse in Wisconsin. And so I said, well, you know what? I'll just come to you. So I drove the 2 hours to Wisconsin. And as I pull up, it's like, I mean, maybe I'm dating myself, but it's like bonanza. I'm like, what? This is so unbelievable. The valleys and hills and the trees. And so I get out of the car and I'm looking, and the sun was just setting. And I mean, it was just really breathtaking. And I said, wow, this is so beautiful. He's like, yeah, too bad we can't record outside. I was like, let's do it. And he was like, really? And I was like, yes. And so we set up, this is where you see us, is in the back of his home. And so he set up the microphone and computers and everything. And so this is us live in the beautiful outdoors of Wisconsin.
All right, let's take a look at this. You're going to love it, folks. We're just getting started here with our dear friend, Tammy McCann, Unless It's You. Enjoy.
I wonder why I've loved so few. I guess I'm shy. I'm just like you. And so I try to turn away. Though you're the sky to me, the joy to me, the day. Sometimes I stray and think I'm free. Then in your way, you reach for me. I know I'll stay. I always do. For what is love to me unless it's you? I wonder why I've loved so few. I guess I'm shy. I'm just like you. And so I try to turn away. Though you're the sky to me, the joy to me, the day. At times I stray and think I'm free, then in your way you reach for me. I know I'll stay, I always do, for what is love to me, unless it's you.
Absolutely impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. That's so beautiful, so heartfelt, soulful, deep, clear. The singing with such warmth and clarity, confidence, depth. Absolutely extraordinary. And you can see that from not just my comments, but from our levity viewers around the world. Kathleen Walker in New York City says, so pretty. Nike Basurdo watching on YouTube. Welcome. So very moving. What a duo. Jason Communications. Jill, so beautiful as well. Linda loving it and also beautiful along with the scenery.
Yeah.
Christopher says, now this is really lovely. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, some of these clips that we're showing are just confirming your vocal prowess and how talented you are, but how you can also take material and make it your own and interpret it. Keep to the vision and essence of what the material initially was set out to be and do and represent, but put nuances of you and your essence woven, sort of weave it slowly into it. Doesn't totally pull it away from what it was meant to be, but you put your stamp in there and blend with it beautifully, which I think is the test of a true artist.
Oh, thank you so much, Jim. That's really a goal. You know, I feel like these songs, they're like little folk tales, you know, and each generation is gifted this, you know, set of stories. And so then we tell the stories in our way. And I feel it's just really important to serve that melody, right? That melody is so perfect in and of itself that someone crafted and created this, that it stood the test of time. Some of the songs that I sing are over 100 years old. Can you imagine that melody, that phrasing, those lyrics being relevant here 100 years later? It's really a gift. And so as musicians, we're given this great opportunity to share these wonderful songs for a new generation every time. And so I'm really happy to be a messenger for my generation.
Christopher Joseph in Ohio says, Tammy, do you sing A Time for Love?
I'll put that on the list too.
Yes, absolutely. Elise says, as lovely as the day I first heard you. That's
yes.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely. That is Miss Elise Clairbout, president of Strayhorn Songs Publishing.
Big mentor for you, right?
Such a gift, such an enormous gift, from the music of Mr. Strayhorn to her support and guidance, advice, counsel. She's like, almost like a second mom. So yeah, I'm very, very blessed.
So what other kinds of music, Tammy, do you like to listen to? Do you like to dabble into a lot of different kinds of music? What are some of the kinds of music that really speaks to you, even if it's music you don't necessarily perform yourself, but that you just enjoy?
I think that I was very lucky. My parents really exposed us to all kinds of music. As I said, you know, growing up, my mother played for me Judy Garland, Barbra Streisand. Yeah. So that was my foundation about, you know, what it is to be a vocalist, what it is to tell a story, and to really draw out a feeling, draw out a memory, right? That's in my mind what a vocalist does based on the music that I was exposed to. So now you could find me listening to, Led Zeppelin. You could find me listening to Sting. You could find me listening to Pavarotti or Jamiroquai. I just love all kinds of music, and I see the value and the message in just about all kinds of music. So yeah, there's no telling what you might hear if I roll down the window of my car.
That's McCann's
no
music
telling.
again. That's so the songwriting part, which is very exciting. You mentioned that and the entree into the songwriting part. Tell us about that and your love for that, and maybe some of the things that you're having an opportunity to work on even now during this period we've experienced in our life, where we have the time to do a little more soul searching, but also exploring other essences of ourselves, like for you, the songwriting.
Yes. Actually, that has been a little part of my life ever since I was young.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we are our worst critics. And I remember asking wonderful composer and lyricist Carmen Lundy. I asked her, because she's like one of the most prolific, songwriters as a jazz vocalist, I think one of the most published. And just about all of her albums are always her originals. And I'm like, how do you do that? How do you have the courage to, you write a song and then you let it out into the universe, and she said, you have to think that other people are experiencing or feeling similar things to you, and that it's going to resonate, and have the confidence to just let it go. And so that conversation with her, I cover her song Blue Woman on my Never Let Me Go album, and produced by Henry Johnson, marvelous guitarist, and a renowned guitarist in Chicago. And so that kind of, again, mentorship, that push and support allowed me to kind of be a little bit less nervous about what I think and how I want to approach the creative process. So I got to do a compilation, contribute to a compilation album on a gospel album. And it was really a moving experience. It happened right at the beginning of the pandemic. And so I was able to really sit with those feelings, those spiritual feelings, and the spiritual stories that I wanted to tell. And so I wrote the words and music to a few songs. And also I have written, I'm working on my second musical, which is about the life of Mahalia Jackson. Actually, it's about the friendship between Mahalia Jackson and Studs Terkel, called The Revolutionary Aspects of Love. Remember early I talked about how the powers that be are trying to make us forget that we know how to love each other. And we've done this work already. It's in our muscle memory, this connection, this brother and sisterhood. Yeah. And a great example of that was this relationship between Studs and Mahalia. And many people don't know what good friends they were. Right. That his seminal work in 1964, his interview with Martin Luther King, that was in Mahalia's living room.
That's right.
And she, on CBS, had her own television show for a little over a year, the Mahalia Jackson Show, and Studs was a writer on that show.
Mhm.
So this relationship was not it was a relationship of equals, right? And there's one story where at the time when he was a writer on her show, they had the communist scare, kind of was at the same time. And so CBS was getting nervous and they were thinking, they asked her about firing Studs Terkel. And she was like, oh no, not my Studs.
Right.
And
Right.
so what you have to really think about in that moment is that here's this woman, this Black woman, who is powerful, yes, but her power has been gifted to her by the white establishment. So she really was taking a chance with her own status by pushing back on what these people wanted to protect Studs Terkel's position. And so that's what I mean when I say they were this friendship of equals. And so writing the lyrics to these songs are really a powerful, very powerful and therapeutic for me, especially right now, when you have to be resilient, you have to be hopeful, you have to think that there's a way for us to come through this really bad time because we've done it before. We
Right.
know how to do it. We just have to believe in each other. And so that's what I write about.
Absolutely beautiful, my friend. Absolutely beautiful. Did you want to grace? I know a lot of people have asked, grace us with maybe something a cappella, perhaps, maybe a Christmas song for the season or something, perhaps.
Oh, oh, okay. Only because you're my friend and you pulled out all those pictures. I want copies of all those pictures, by the way.
Absolutely.
Let's see. First of all, I have to stand up. Ooh, and stretch
Sure.
a little bit.
It's good for the breathing. Yeah.
That's good for the breathing. So this is acapella, and I've been talking for a little over an hour, so you guys have to be kind with me. So it's Christmas time.
Yes. Do you love Christmas?
So my I have to go back to as I being a little girl and what Christmas meant to me. And for me, it always meant Judy Garland and Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So I'll share that with you guys now. I really hope that this this time is really warm and healing for your families and that everybody stays safe and connected during this Christmas season. And so here we go.
The one and only, incomparable, my dear friend, jazz vocalist extraordinaire. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Live from Chicago, Tammy McCann.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, your troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Keep the Yuletide gay. From now on, your troubles will be miles away. Here we are, the golden days, happy golden days of yore. We faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star above the highest bough, and now. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Oh my God, that was so gorgeous. Really gorgeous, my friend. And the comments are rolling in. Christopher Joseph in Ohio, a very nice jazz arrangement of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Linda Odell in Florida, wow, your voice is so beautiful. And
Thank
also saying
you.
thank you for sharing your life story, and your voice is like a piece of heaven. Claps. This is
You
the levity
guys.
show here. Absolutely. And I concur with everything everybody's saying. I already knew all of this. Claps and hearts and prayers and thumbs up and peace signs and everything from Catalina, New York City, as well as beautiful and claps. Nike says, wow, with several exclamation points, which we love. Merry Christmas, Tammy, and thank you as well. Oh, here's a nice one from Rainey Hall. Tammy, this is my first time meeting you. Your voice is beautiful. Well,
Thank
welcome
you.
to our show, Rainey. It's nice to have you with us here on our YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jim Masters. This is my dear friend, the incomparable award-winning jazz vocalist, Tammy McCann. Definitely check her out online and elsewhere. So, you know, this is a beautiful time of the year, and these songs that we sing and that we hear really bring back special memories. What is another maybe memory for you involving Christmas and the holidays and the importance of it for you, Tammy?
Wow, I think for me was more than anything was the my father. My father just made 91 years old. And Art McCann,
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations to
yeah,
him. And you
yeah.
know who else is toasting him? George Burns,
Oh,
who made it to 100. George, that's a blessing, isn't it?
yeah, it's a total blessing. And Art McCann is a force of nature. He's a ex-Marine, Chicago police officer, sergeant, detective, and Art McCann is just everything the holidays.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving, Christmas, as big as it could possibly be,
absolutely.
and not only as big as it could possibly be, but as much as he could possibly give. So, community service was always in. My parents instilled that in us from a very young age. And so the collecting of gifts and being a community Santa to kids that didn't have gifts, and making an opportunity for some folks to eat. Um, this was something that was really a huge part of our lives and still is. We have, and my family, my when my children with community service, really instilling it in them. So when they get a gift, so is it, one gift that you want to gift for charity, and then now I want you to go pick one of your favorite things and give it for charity to really get that sense of giving, right? That's something that I will always remember, and that is still happening, with through my parents and through my sisters and I. I'm the oldest of three girls, and so my sisters and I and our families still continue to do that community service for the holidays and throughout the year.
Are your sisters also performers? Did any of the rest of the group join in with what you're doing so beautifully, my friend?
No, no. My sister Allison is she's a brilliant genius. She is head of the night ministries um, 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 youth homeless program for the night ministries here in Chicago.
That's
And
beautiful.
my sister April is LCSW, also in social work. So as a family, we've always wanted to give back, and so yeah, that's the way that they give back.
That is fantastic. That's absolutely beautiful. You know, it sounds like you're surrounded by lots of love and lots of support and people who, um, you know, very successful, very strong, very loving, very supportive of one another. And I think, you know, it gives one pause to see where you get your energy, your passion, your vim and vigor, your can-do spirit, and all of this love, or as we say, levity here on this show. You're surrounded by it as much as have it pouring out of you from within, my friend.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel that if you're ever if you're ever around my family, make sure you bring earplugs. We are absolutely the loudest people in the world. And there's just always laughing and eating, and you know, it's a really amazing big enormous family. My mother is one of 12 and my father's one of 11. And so when the McCann Sharps get together, it's a thing.
I know what you mean, because my mother's the youngest of 16.
Oh my.
So I
Yeah,
understand.
then you know exactly what I did.
Yes, and we, even though we have a big family, we all know one another, we actually are still even finding more relatives. We discovered 200 more up in Canada, up towards New Brunswick, that settled the town up there. It's absolutely amazing, right? And life has its blessings even through some of the darkest hours, doesn't it? If you look for the rose petal surrounded by all the thorns, right?
Absolutely. I feel really strongly that you have to prepare yourself to receive, right? Excuse me. There's going to be struggles, but each one of them creates a facet. Each struggle creates a facet in your character, which enables you to be resilient and move forward. And I share this with my children about how important it is to grow through adversity, and that they should journal about this entire year and everything that they've been through, so they can tell their children and they can tell their children's children how my daughter was able to release expectations of prom, of graduation. These are norms in our lives that one could not imagine disappearing. Right. I mean, the resilience that it has instilled in her is really remarkable. And my son, this vivacious personality who is so much a people person, being able to find ways to, you know, not just entertain, but to entertain themselves, but to thrive and learn new ways of funneling that energy, you know. And of course, my being able to not just strangle them all, being stuck in the house together for these last 9 months, you know. I think the real, I tell you, the real person that is a real trooper is my husband.
How did you guys meet? How did you guys meet?
Oh my goodness gracious. How did we meet? My husband and I went to high school together, actually.
Oh, wow.
And
childhood sweethearts almost, yeah. High school.
Yeah, so we've known each other since we were kids. And so, but it was just, you know, hi and bye.
Sure.
And then we ran into each other again about maybe 20 years later. And we just bumped into each other and, you know, started to connect a little bit. But then I went back on the road on tour with Mr. Charles. And so a year later, we bumped into each other again. And we were like, hey, you know, this didn't happen by accident. And so my husband was really kind of mellow, and he was like, well, why don't we have dinner sometime? And I was like, how about Saturday? And he was like, okay, we can do that. Yeah. So we had dinner Saturday, and 8 months later we got married, and we've been married for 19 years.
Congratulations. Wow. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, meant to be, and truly a blessing. And you've had so many blessings in your life, and you're such a giving, caring, empathetic person. And that's, I think, and you have this tremendous sense of humor. And I think that's one of the reasons why when we first met on that night through the Mario Frangulis event at Jazz at Lincoln Center in New York City, the Big Apple, we just hit it off right away. We sort of got each other, where we're coming from, similar kindred spirits as far as the way we think about people and how to treat people, and respect and love and empathy and kindness and humor and levity and lifting people up, levity, inspiring them, being creative, artistic. Sometimes that happens when you come across people who give off that vibe and have that gift, and you sort of connect. And I think we did that night in such an incredible way. And we'll do it again more, once we can pass all of this. But what are some things for you, my friend, that you still would like to do? You mentioned the musical, songwriting. Are there other things that are still out there for Tammy McCann? I mean, would you like to score a movie, a film score? Would you like to get involved with Broadway, television, other areas in your life and career?
Wow. I'm really present in the way that I'm moving through my my creativity. I find that if I focus and I serve the music, opportunities for me to share my art will present themselves. I love classical music still, and I actually have started replenishing my classical apparatus, right, with voice lessons. So I'd really love to maybe do a concert where I do the classical and the jazz. That's kind of a pie in the sky thing that I'd like to do. But other than that, I think that I find opportunity is given to me based on my ability to really be present and be open to different opportunities. I mean, I didn't know that I could be curator at large. That was an opportunity that was gifted to me. And so it's been a year, and we've had some amazing programming and some great exhibits planned. I didn't know that I could be executive director of a jazz camp, but it's been 2 years, and I am so greatly fulfilled by the amazing musicians that have agreed to work with me and to create something special. Being an artist in residence, I had never done that before, but I was given the opportunity, right? So again, it's being able to rise to the opportunities that you're given. And so I hope God blesses me with many more opportunities, and I will try to rise to those occasions when they come.
Beautifully said. So you take it as it comes, as opposed to setting up all this expectation and saying, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. You're living it as it's happening, because we do live at a time in a society where everything is so forward. Well, you got to have a goal, and you got to set your goal, and you got to have this, and you got to have this, and that's it. But not necessarily focusing on, well, I want to enjoy all the moments that it takes to get to the goal. Yeah. And that's sometimes even more important than the goal itself. How many times do people say it wasn't the winning, it was what we had to do to get there that was the blessing? And sometimes I think we forget that. So it's the work we do and the people we meet and the joy and the blessing of it all that sort of take us on the life's journey to whatever these goals are that we may have, or that may even change as we go along. It's taking time to really smell those roses, right? And enjoying it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as we do that, as we allow ourselves to remove the what I don't call it's not necessarily an obstacle, but like how you go to an event and the person on stage is standing there and everybody has this phone up.
Yeah.
And so where's the phone? The phone is in front of your face, right?
So you're
So
not seeing it.
everything, so it's this, the phone is this conduit by which we're experiencing life. And I mean, I see it as a block, right? And so I had to teach myself to be in the moment of the performance. Yeah, you can take a picture of this person on stage, doing their thing or or at the theater, but it's so much better. And it goes back a while, over 10 years, but it's so much better to just sit there and enjoy it and savor it and make it a memory rather than something that you document every moment of, right?
Right.
And
Exactly.
so I feel really strongly that those being present in the moment with your music, with your family, with your craft is something that's really valuable. That is very quickly slipping away, and so I think we need to
Bring
kind
it
of
back.
retake that power.
So this pause that we have might give us that opportunity to do that.
Yeah, that's what it's done for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think me too. All of us. Absolutely. This series, I don't know how I fit it into my schedule. This nightly series we do here is born out of all that too, and has been a true blessing as we continue down this road with, in conjunction with everything else that I do. Before we head out, what are some of the joys and continued blessings in your life, my friend Tammy, that continue to inspire and motivate you to want to create, to want to touch lives, and to want to give and give back in the way that you do so beautifully?
Wow. I think what inspires me the most is young people. When I see their resiliency, when I see their really clear and pure, uh, some would say naive love and dedication and connection with each other, and in my realm, these young musicians, right? People have been writing the obituary for jazz forever, and every year, especially like coming up soon, is the GEN conference, which is the Jazz Educators Network conference every year. And so it's jazz music educators from all over the world, and they come to one location and they celebrate best practices in jazz and music education. And to see these babies play their basses and their pianos and their drums and sing, and with such joy, it really does your heart good, and it makes you feel that the work that you do really is affecting them, and it keeps you as it keeps you as a journeyman musician really fortified in continuing to travel, continuing to not travel, but continuing to create, continuing to
Inspire.
imagine, inspire. It's so exhilarating to see the music through their eyes. When I would tour, when I had my gospel shows and I would tour around the world, usually I would try to take a new group of backup singers and musicians every time. Seeing Italy, seeing Switzerland through a new person's eyes, it's really exhilarating. And so that's what I find heartening, is seeing this music through the eyes of a young artist, of a new artist. It really does my heart good. And it also, makes me work even harder stay connected to them. And, I watch them and they move so effortlessly through this music, right? And so you're like, okay, grandma, get it together. And so you can, so you can keep moving on, and keep staying connected and keep staying on top of this music, so that's what inspires me, the young people.
And that the young people, that's absolutely beautifully said and so important to inspire the young. Do you see yourself teaching at some point, maybe as an educator or something along those lines?
Oh, absolutely. I have. I've been a vocal coach, since maybe 2001. I did my first vocal stage in Italy, in like 2000, 2001. And so I love teaching. I love watching that, the transformation, I love watching that light bulb go off. You can see it in their eyes, and that sense of accomplishment on their faces. I don't get a chance to do it as much as I used to, but it's something I do absolutely enjoy. And I get, in doing the jazz camp, I get to kind of create curriculum and kind of a backdrop for these amazing musicians to lay out their instructions. So I'm still connected to it, even though it's not something I'm doing myself person to person.
It's absolutely beautiful. You're on the right path, doing it for the right reasons. And my friend, ever since we met when we did, you love these. You love these. You love these.
Wow.
Cool stuff, huh?
Oh, absolutely the best. That was some good times.
Really, and must repeat. You are truly a blessing. You truly are a treasure, my dear friend. Amazing performer, but even more than that, a beautiful spirit inside and out, Tammy. And this has been truly a blessing to have you come on the show during a busy time like the holidays to join me and to sing, as well as share some of the incredible journey of your life in song through some of those clips, as well as open up about your life and your passions and your enthusiasm for the audience and for creating and continuing to inspire people. I hope this show met your expectations. You're welcome back anytime. We'll always keep the porch light on for you. And I really hope you enjoyed the time with me, my friend, as much as I certainly have with you.
I cannot tell you what a joy it has been. I actually feel like the audience has just kind of been eavesdropping on me connecting with you, my sweetheart. I'm just so thrilled at all that you're doing. And I'm so pleased that you have allowed me to come and spend some time with you and your audience today. I want to thank you so much. You are just so wonderful.
As are you, my friend, and we toast you and we wish you all the joys and blessings of the holiday and the new year. You and I, of course, will stay in touch. Keep me posted on all the cool things that are coming up in your life and the wonderful things you're working on. And again, this was really a joy. Could you believe we chatted for just about 2 hours?
Are you serious?
Every single person, everybody.
It does not feel like it was that long. I hope it didn't feel like it was that long for you guys. Are you like, okay, it's time already? It's time to go.
No way. The lovities love it. These folks love it. This is the crowd. Okay. I want to show you some of that too. Congratulations on your anniversary. You and your husband, they were saying that too. They're a very responsive bunch, that's for sure. That's from Linda in Florida. Christine Clifton in North Carolina says, Tammy, that was divine. Thanks for sharing your gift, which is your beautiful voice. Christopher says, Tammy, thank you for sharing your family traditions, legacies. Cheers on your anniversary. Congratulations on your anniversary. Light levity.
You guys.
Yeah. Light levity and loveity. That's what I say. The door's always open, Tammy. You're welcome back anytime. We'll have you back. So many of the guests have been on this show and they're like, when can I come back? If somebody cancels or falls ill, can I pop back in? You know, it's really amazing.
Well, I can see why. You create a space of welcome and of hospitality. and you just really feel taken care of. So thank you so much, my friend.
My pleasure. Kathleen in New York City, thank you for such lovely music. Stay safe, Tammy. Linda Odell, thank you, Tammy, for coming on the Loveity Show and sharing your experiences with all of us. Please do come back and sing for us. Christopher says the interview with Jim and Tammy was amazing. Thank you very much. Cheers, Tammy. Carol says Tammy is fabulous. I agree. And yeah, and anybody watching on our YouTube channel, we would love it if you subscribe to the channel, Jim Masters TV, because we do these shows every single day. Share the Loveity. We hope you come back to our show. Anybody watching for the first time, we're here 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific every day. And sometimes we do even more than one show. Tomorrow we're on 3 p.m. Eastern and 7 because we have a guest who is a performer in Ireland, Christine Clifton in North Carolina. Love that first photo and Tammy's response. The first one,
that was a huge surprise.
That one, that was the first one. Then that one.
Oh
then
my
that
God.
one.
Oh my God.
Then that one. Then that one.
I need all of these pictures. I need them all.
That's pure friendship and joy. Thoroughly.
Yeah, and sneaky. That's sneaky friendship too. He just
best kind, right? Best kind.
That's the best
real.
kind.
That's the best kind. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation and all the sensational music. Thanks. A lovely evening. Absolutely. And a couple more coming in here. Christopher says, really was too. This was a college course. I mean, you really got into some really cool things. Absolutely.
Wow.
And Nike says, this was an amazing experience. Thanks, Tammy. Jim, I'll definitely be back. Thank you very much. We love hearing that. You're more than welcome. And Rainey Hall says, you're a lovely lady. Thank you for a wonderful evening. It is our pleasure. My friend, you truly are a blessing, and we love you very much. And let's stay in contact. Let's keep rooting for one another, and continued good health and blessings to you. And I wish you nothing but all the loveity in the world.
Absolutely, my friend. Loveity to you and to all of your listeners. Thank you so much, you guys.
Now you can get up and stretch those legs. That's what I tell everybody. You can stretch those legs.
Yes, absolutely. I will do that. Good night, you guys.
Good night. Love you, Tammy. We'll talk soon, okay?
Love you more.
Merry Christmas. Good stuff, folks. Good stuff. All right. Wasn't that fantastic? Whew. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing that we've had 2 shows in one day. Absolutely. It's like 5 hours of nonstop pure entertainment for all of you. We'll show you these again, Tammy and I, again, when we first met several years back in New York City, Jazz at Lincoln Center. We had a blast. She loves these pictures. I do have to get these to her. We just had a great time. We were seeing our friend Mario Frangoulis, who was right next to me. He's a well-known Greek singer, George Paris on the end. There's Tammy. And then this was a CD signing in New York at the Cutting Room in Manhattan. We were there rooting her on, all dear friends, just really cool stuff. And Mario himself actually is going to be joining us in January. He's going to be coming on the show. I interviewed him on public television a while back, and he always sells out. He always sells out everywhere he goes. Great evening. Thank you very much, Christopher. 5 hours we've been on the air just about. We're going to finish our dinner now. Hope you enjoyed this afternoon and evening of entertainment on the Jim Masters Show Live. This was extraordinary. 2 shows yesterday, 2 shows today, 2 shows tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, live from Ireland. He's all excited. He's got a whole thing ready for us. He's going to perform live. It's going to be great. Conor McGinty is going to be with us live and direct from Ireland. He's a very popular singer, songwriter, musician. That will be 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. It'll be on our YouTube channel exclusively, right here on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. So join us tomorrow. That is Sunday, for more incredible music as Conor McGinty joins me as my special guest. And then tomorrow night, the music doesn't stop. The extraordinary award-winning pianist and composer Jimmy Roberts is going to be with us live at 7 p.m. Eastern. He's going to perform live as well, 7 p.m. Eastern. 4 p.m. Pacific. That one will be on YouTube and Facebook at Jim Masters TV. So Jimmy Roberts is with us then, which is going to be absolutely extraordinary. On Monday, the wonderful mezzo soprano and so much more. We are very excited to have Meg Flather here on the show, and brilliant singer and performer, and she is just spectacular. She's going to be here on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Then on Tuesday, we have 2 shows. We have award-winning choreographer and director and entertainer Jeff Whiting live at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's a bonus matinee show, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, on our YouTube and Jim Masters TV channels, YouTube and Facebook. And then the action doesn't stop on Tuesday, because Tuesday night, extraordinary keyboardist, producer, performer. This is an incredible guy, Bob Malone. He is a music industry legend. He is a wizard. He's been called a wizard on the keyboard. He is live 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on the Jim Masters Show Live, which is going to be incredible. Then mezzo-soprano, wonderful Celia Burke, exclusively here on Wednesday. She's going to perform live. She's got a very popular Holiday Bells medley song that's out, that's brand new. She's going to perform. On Thursday, another incredible singer, songwriter, musician. This is Lily Rolquin. She's going to be with us on Thursday live, which is absolutely amazing. Then on Friday afternoon, Sir James Galway is going to be here. Sir James Galway is going to be here. Can't wait, with his lovely wife, Lady Jean Galway. Sir James Galway has sold over 30 million albums. One of the world's premier flautists from Ireland. Lady Jean is from New York. They live in Switzerland. They're going to be with us at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, on our YouTube channel as we celebrate Sir James Galway's birthday, and also the holidays with some holiday music. That's Friday the 18th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and it's on our YouTube channel. And then the action doesn't stop, because that night we have J. Robert Spencer, who was a star on Jersey Boys and Broadway, and he was in the Midtown Men, which had a fabulous PBS special, and so much more. He's a brilliant singer and songwriter and performer. This is just announced. He's going to be here on Friday night, the 18th. So you got 2. You've got Sir James Galway in the afternoon on Friday the 18th, and then we have 2 shows. J. Robert Spencer is going to be here on Friday night. It's going to be incredible. And then the action continues. I know that on Sunday of next week, Darren Holden is going to be here as well. It's going to be incredible. Darren Holden from Riverdance and the High Kings. Coming up in January, and then there's many more after. Coming up in January, Nathan Carter is going to be here, English country music star, very popular. Interviewed him on public television. Mario Frangoulis is going to be here live from Greece. He's a very, very popular tenor. An incredible performer. He's going to be with us as well. And we thank our fabulous dear friend and brilliant songwriter as well as singer, jazz vocalist Tammy McCann, for joining me live from Chicago, Illinois, USA today for this evening episode of the Jim Masters Show Live. And thanking all of you as well. You folks are truly the best. Those of you who are with us now are truly troopers. We've done 5 hours together of live entertainment on the Jim Masters Show Live. Spread the word. Tell everybody. We're cranking out fabulous entertainment and broadcasts for you. Don't forget to smile and share the smile with others. Don't forget to share the levity. Find your Zen place, which is what I do. Being with loving family and friends is my ultimate Zen place. I love tennis. I love music. I love writing. I love my work in the television and radio industry, entertainment, journalism, all of it. And all the different things I've done over the years. Blessed, very blessed. Like Tammy says, she's blessed. I'm blessed as well, and continue to do it all. And hopefully it inspires others. And of course, this show as well. And the ocean, of course, is my Zen place. Growing up here in the Northeastern United States, the ocean just speaks to me. We have a relationship. You can see the way we're looking at each other. The ocean looks like it's smiling at me, and I'm smiling at the ocean as the sun is setting beautifully. And of course, we always say here on the Jim Masters Show Live, don't forget to relax, take care of one another, take care of yourself, breathe from the diaphragm. All your friends are here, your cast of characters. George Burns says goodnight. He's going to see you tomorrow. Maybe over the weekend, we'll get Lin in. And maybe on our second show, when composer and pianist Jimmy Roberts is here tomorrow night. So we have 2 shows tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, with Connor McGinty, live from Ireland, 3 p.m. Eastern, on our YouTube channel. And then on YouTube and Facebook, pianist and composer extraordinaire Jimmy Roberts is going to be here 7 p.m. Eastern. Maybe we'll bring Lin in sometime over the weekend. I know you guys want to see the Panda Lin. And it's holiday time as well. It is holiday time, and we celebrate the holidays with all of you. And of course, look who is here. We have Jeannie, and Jeannie says goodnight. She says goodnight to all of you. Who else do we have here? And you guys know the characters so well. Gilligan says goodnight as well. I need more hands. And from Switzerland, our Silver Lab, Silver says goodnight and thanks for joining us. And I love this other cast of character, although it's a card, but a brilliant card. Look at that. That was the card that came in from one of our levity viewers, Ann Wozniak. You're like an awesome explosion of awesome, Jim, from Ann Wozniak, one of our beautiful levity viewers who sent that package of incredible chocolates. And we thank you for the gifts you've been sending in the cards, everybody. You don't have to do that. That's definitely very beautiful, all of you. I received this beautiful CD from Billy Stritch, of course, who's a dear friend, and he was a guest on our show. And Christine Clifton, thank you as well for that. And to Billy Stritch, thank you both. Very beautiful gift. I'm a big collector of music, aficionado, and we've already started playing that fabulous CD. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And the cookbook as well that you sent, and all these great things. Mona is sending something from New Orleans, coffees and teas and spices. I mean, you guys are fantastic. And hopefully the gift to you are these shows every single day, or as much as we can do them. Jimmy says goodnight too. Jimmy says goodnight. So for the entire cast and crew here, the Jim Masters Show Live, we're going to wrap up. And we're not going to talk for the rest of the night. We've done over 5 hours of live entertainment. This is like, and my hair is just saying, okay, enough. This has been like doing a telethon, but it's been so cool. You know, I used to do shows on the radio that were 5 hours live nonstop. So it comes naturally to me. And you guys hanging in here, you guys are the best. Sherry says, and you know, and so many have been writing and commenting when Keith Harkin was on. If you missed that episode, Keith Harkin, of course, originally from Celtic Thunder, brilliant singer-songwriter. We had an incredible 3-hour show with him. That's on YouTube. It's amazing. Over 500 people have watched that episode already, and we just did it a couple of hours ago. Almost 700 people have already watched the Emmett O'Hanlon episode that I did with my other fantastic friend, Emmett O'Hanlon, last night, and all these great shows. The Melissa Manchester interview and all the guests. Ken Fallon, did you see when he was on? The brilliant celebrity caricaturist. Did you see some of those incredible caricatures that he does? And Bill Plimpton, the award-winning cartoonist who was on this week. Some amazing guests. Sherry says, thank you, Jim, for both shows today. You're the best. Hope everyone has a wonderful night. Sleep well. Lovities. Take care and be safe. You too. Celtic Caper Girl 1. Good night, Jim. Oh, the hair. You love that, huh? The hair. It was worth, Mr. Loveity, 5 hours of beautiful music and guests. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. And how's everybody liking our holiday set here, huh? Kind of fancy. 9 more days until winter solstice and Yule. I'm so excited. Good magic is in the air. You got it. Jennifer says, I like your tree. Ken and I have to get ours soon. And this isn't even the tree for the house. This is just the tree, what you recall what normally is there, right? The guitar is usually there. The guitar is like over here next to Linlin. But this tree isn't even like the tree. It's just the tree for the Jim Masters Show live set. You know, we wanted to really make it festive with all the different lights and colors and gifts and the Santa Claus there. You see the Santa Claus back there? How do I do this? There you go. And there's another one. God, if I was directing traffic, there would be accidents right now. Wrong hand. That hand can go down. Yeah, here we go. You take the hand, and instead of going this way, which from my vantage point is normal looking at it this way, you got to back it up and go right there. See it blinking? These are family heirlooms as well. Cool stuff. Maybe a couple more things we'll add in here and there, but I think we've perfected everything here, and glad you guys are enjoying it. Christine Clifton in North Carolina, thanks for the double Loveity shows. I'll see you for the evening show. Good night, Jim and Loveities. Absolutely. And if you guys ever miss anything, everything is on the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. And keep spreading the word. You guys have been doing that. I really appreciate that. That's what helps the show grow, so we can have more entertainment, more content, because we're really working hard behind the scenes here. It's unbelievable. You know, I'm going to bed like 4 a.m. every day, building these shows, creating these shows, producing these shows, programming these shows, formatting these shows, and hosting them all for you. And I love it. And I'm glad you guys love the result of it all. Nike says, thanks again. Good night, all. You as well. And thanks for joining Loveity Hall here as well. Great show. Hope you have a good evening. Yes, we're going to relax the rest of the evening, have the rest of our dinner. I really didn't get a chance to eat in between the shows. All I got was the mashed potatoes. But we actually have Sloppy Joe's waiting. It's kind of late for that, but Sloppy Joe's that went with the mashed potatoes, and these fantastic chocolate fudge cookies with peanut butter chunks in them. Uh-oh, I better wrap up here, because if we start talking about food, we're going to do another 2 hours. But we have these chocolate chip cookies that were baked here, and they're fudge, double fudge with the peanut butter. But anyway, we got Sloppy Joe's waiting, good and comfort food. Didn't get a chance to really eat them. Didn't have time between shows. Just really had the mashed potatoes, which was good. You know, that's comforting. That sort of held me through the 2 hours, because we did 3 hours before. But I'm going to stretch my legs too right after. Thank you, Jim. Always great shows. Have a great night. Good night, Kathleen Walker. We love you as well. And Jill says, beautiful show, Jim. Have a great night, everyone. I know we always learn something. We're always entertained. And we always have great conversations and lots of levity. You guys are the best. Class dismissed. Sloppy Joes and mashed potatoes. It's a good combo, right? I can't wait to have the Sloppy Joes. I'm starving. Good night from Nova Scotia. She wrote that so I could say Nova Scotia. We're going to be doing some more singing. I'm glad our guests, the last few guests, have treated you to holiday music on our show, as we are in a holiday mode here. And we'll be doing more of that too. And I really like singing along with some of our guests too. If you missed the episode with Lady Bain yesterday, we did Christmas carols together, and we had a hoot of a time trying to get through Jingle Bells. I don't know if you saw that. That was hilarious. She was laughing. I was laughing. And I said, it felt like we were bouncing around, you know, on one of the sleighs, singing Jingle Bells with Coco and Snow. And we're laughing all the way. Ha, ha, ha. You know, laughing all the way. We're going to sing more. You want me to sing more, you have said. Okay, we will try to put that together. Maybe some more Christmas carols along the way. We've got a lot of shows coming up here. And then we may take a little bit of a break closer to Christmas, so we can enjoy the holiday. So make sure you don't miss any of the shows. Hey, you know what? You're not going to laugh. I mean, you are going to laugh. What do I mean you're not going to laugh? You are going to laugh. Looks like you're playing the game Twister. You know what? That game, I can't get up out of the chair because I'm wired to everything here. But about 2 feet from me, Jennifer Barry, is the game Twister. Are you peeking through a window or something here? Over there's Twister. Yeah, it's Twister. But right now, unless you're playing with your family in your house, you can't play Twister with everybody else because we have to be 6 feet apart. So how can we play the Twister? But amongst the family, you certainly can. Good night, everybody. You guys are amazing. Jim Masters here. If you missed an episode, all there for you on YouTube. Hope you subscribe to that channel. Click the notification bell so you never miss anything. And we're going to wrap 5 hours and 15 minutes of entertainment just for all of you. One final comment coming in from the extraordinary Kathy Short in Cleveland. Good night, Jim. Thanks for the great shows. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Kathy. Connor McGinty here live tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Live from Ireland. Music, Irish crack, and more. And then 7 p.m. Eastern, pianist and composer Jimmy Roberts is going to be with us live. Good night, all. We love you. It's been a blessing. What a cool day. Yesterday as well with 2 shows, 2 tomorrow. See, I told you I'm psychic. Yeah. Twister is 2 feet away from our set here. You must be psychic. And your psychic abilities lead you to the Jim Masters show live every day, Jennifer Barry, and we love that. Speaking of that, Jennifer Barry, get ready to wiggle because here comes the Jim Masters show Singers and Orchestra with our theme that you love so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? You're all a blessing, and we wish you a very, very good night. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. See you tomorrow. Good night.